Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Pride. It is Review on the Records Day. So, this is where I talk to you about a book from one of my 5 book clubs. We tie it into some of the music from my collection and we pose a community based question. So, for this week, we're going to be looking at Guncle, which is my Sacramento book club pick of the month. And we're going to kind of dive in deep into what the story is all about and tying it to some of the music that I think it goes with. So, this was my first book from Stephen Rowley. He is a journalist and now an award winning author. And I thought this book was perfection. It takes place with a actor who was pretty popular years ago for a sitcom where he was one of the main characters. And Patrick has now kind of shut himself away in Palm Springs and kind of become a hermit out in the community. He lost the love of his life to a car accident, and he's just kind of been stuck and wallowing in his home. And something happens where he has to kind of be stirred into action. He gets custody temporarily of his niece and nephew, and they are spending the summer with him. And Patrick and his niece and nephew, who are adorable. If you can listen to the book, the narration is wonderful. The character voices are phenomenal. And I think it really brings to life, especially the characters of Patrick and his niece and nephew. And a lot of hilarity ensues. It's a very honest, real, emotional, in very sweet ways and also in kind of sad ways story. And it really follows this summer of Patrick having to get out of his shell and be there and support his niece and nephew. I think it's a beautiful story, and it makes me think of a song called Someday by The Surfaces. If you haven't heard of The Surfaces, please do. They are so positive and uplifting in their messaging, in their music, and just really good sound. And Someday is all about what will happen if you stop doubting yourself, live in the moment, and really recognize your greatness. And I think Patrick, throughout this story, ends up doing that really well. Overall, this is like a 4.75 out of 5 for me. If you like this book, there is a Guncle Abroad, so a second book that comes out, and I recommend that as well. It's also really good. I read both of these in such a short time, I think 1 to 2 days. So easy read, really fun. The character development, spot on. 5 out of 5 for that. Not too much spice. There's a little bit. I'd say like 1.5 or so out of 5. But overall, I think that this book really has everything that you need in it. My community question to you all is, what is one of the most challenging things a family member or a friend asked you to do for them? So in the book, Patrick has to take on his niece and nephew. Have you ever had something like that? Um, I would say in my earlier years, I had my sister went through chemo. She had breast cancer twice, and really stepping up to the plate for her and my nephews was something that I would gladly do anytime. But that was a tough thing for me to think about when I was in my mid 20s or so. So can't wait to hear your thoughts. Please like, share, tell me what you think if you've read this book, and let me know in the comments. Talk to you soon.